wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. So good, so good. I got you.
Welcome to A Date with Danu, right here on High TV, your luxury channel. We're here at the mansion, of course, to speak to two wonderful people. The first guest on the show is someone so light-hearted, always there to crack a joke, have a good laugh, and always in a good mood. And I've always admired that about him. Under any pressure, you can always stop and have a pleasant conversation with this man. He also produces good-looking children. I don't know, there's something in him. I'm happy to have Dirk Caldera on the show. Welcome back to the show. So with me as my first guest, I told you I have Dirk. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Danu. Great
and thanks
to be
for
here.
joining. So it's the first time I'm getting you on a TV show with me. Yeah, right?
Correct, yeah.
I've not had you before.
Yeah.
All right, to start things off, how are you?
I'm doing great, actually.
Okay, because you're now coming back into the spotlight again, and that's why we thought we just need to whip it when it's all hot. So we got you on the show. So tell me about how you got into this whole fashion and, like, you know, you are in the scene now, mostly known for fashion, because all what you have been running organizations and all have been just taken the back seat, unfortunately.
Well, I'll tell you how I did this. Basically, I got into fashion a long time ago.
Right.
It was my first business, actually, that I started.
When was
I had
this?
This was probably in the late 70s.
Right.
I had this store on Market Street in San Francisco, and we were at the corner of Market and Castro, and I had this store called Tropics,
Right.
which sold tropical clothing, and it was mostly like for people that were going on vacation, cruises and stuff like that.
Right.
And I used to sell all these very exotic clothes from all over the world, and and we had a lot of women's clothes in there, and it became actually the area that I was selling clothes at became like the gay hub of San Francisco, which was on Market and Castro, and there was a huge movement at that time of all the gay people moving from all around the United States into San Francisco, because San Francisco had a very liberal policy about gay people.
Okay.
And actually, my niche market was actually selling women's clothes to men.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I started in the clothing business, and then I went on from there and did other things, and did lots of other things, and decided that I would end my career also giving something back to the clothing industry, which had given me so much.
All right. So in terms of what do you see as, you know, when you told me about this whole problem, I still remember it was in 2009, I think, when you all were showcasing at another hotel in Colombo when the bombs went off while the show was on. Yeah, I'll never forget, because all the models were in lingerie for the one segment after, and they were in long gowns for the one that was on when the bombs took off. And for me, it just took me back to Jaffna. I actually called my mother and said, I'm dying today, just get ready. Because the lift got jammed and I was between two and later on I saw all these girls walking around in like just 2 pieces and 6-inch heels. How was that? How was the, what can I say, name fixing after that? Because you had international models, designers.
Yeah, well, we had quite a large Indian crew here.
Yeah, because that's the year that P.B. Russell's mum passed away.
That's correct.
And she waited till the show was over. I was so young at that time.
Yeah, but I mean, this happened on the back of the huge Taj incident, which happened in India, like about 6 months previously.
And this show was happening at Taj as well.
Yeah, and this was at Taj Exotica.
Yeah.
And we had like, the Indian people in the crowd freaked out because they were sort of equating this to the Taj situation. So it was very bad. I mean, I actually saw an airplane crashing into the tax department from where I was standing, upstairs. And, we were all freaked out, but we managed to get everybody down. And I think the great thing is that we had the show the next day, which was, I think that it was a bad story why it was happening, and certainly the whole night we were all sort of terribly depressed.
Yeah.
But we said, look, the show must go on. We put the show up the next day. And I think that really brought a positive spin to the whole thing.
Yeah,
So.
and people did see that, it's beyond our control, and this sort of has to move with time.
Yeah,
and
the yin and the yang.
yes, and the good things will eventually come.
Yeah.
Now there is something called the power duos of Colombo, and only a few people can actually be there. You have to complement each other, and the partnership has to be just great. And for your luck, you have a beautiful accessory right next to you, and that's your wife. And I don't think you can ever do anything without her, because she looks phenomenal even in like just barely anything. Yeah. So I was
I can attest to that.
Oh, for sure. Not like that. So I have to revert that now. She looks really good even if she doesn't make an effort. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
It just turns up in a pair of shorts.
Yeah. She's phenomenal. She was ruling the runway, and today she's going to be seated here on the seat when we do come back after the break, right here on A Date with Danu.
So good, I got you.
Welcome back to the show. With me, I have the beautiful Anitra.
Caught out, sleeping around. He says it's nothing with the lipstick down his mouth. And you might think he doesn't care that much at all, but they always come back. Yeah, they always come back.
There'll be girls across the nation that'll eat this up. Babe, I know that it's you so, but could you bottle it up? Get down to the heart of it, no, it's my heart. Your shit out of your life, don't make me tell you again.
Woo!
Love, love, love.
Hey,
Love, 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 love.
I do it for love.
Love, love, love.
What you do it for? Yeah, you do it for. What you do it for?
Thank you for joining us.
Well, you're welcome. My pleasure.
So my crew is quite anxious to know, although I told them it's true, this is your real hair,
Yes, it is.
and this is how it aged.
Well, I was white at 30.
Right. It was young when it aged.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
stopped dyeing it only about 5 years ago.
Right. You used
I
to
got
have
the
it-
guts to do it about 5
What
years
was
ago.
the color before? You used to have it brown?
Sort of chestnut brown.
Yeah, but this suits you better.
Oh, thank you.
And it has become your signature look.
Yeah.
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 So I think it keeps well with you. All right, so tell me, how did you all meet?
Oh. Well, our families know each other.
Okay,
And I knew his sister, Tammy.
right,
I didn't really know him because he lived in the States.
right. But did you feel
my,
that...
my friends and I went on spring break
Okay.
to San Francisco one time.
And there he was,
And
just-
he was told to look after us by
Oh, right.
my friend's
My,
father. Yeah.
taken very good
and
care.
He took really good care of us, I must say. Yeah, and that's how we actually met.
And that was how long ago?
Oh my God, like 30 years ago.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I was 21. A baby.
A baby, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so, but there is always this... But this is the second marriage for you.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Third, actually, but
What?
Yeah.
My God, you're...
Lucky 3.
A lucky 3, that's a stay. All right, today I have been shooting with many people who have gone through multiple marriages, but it's great. So tell me, so you have known her when you were married?
yes, that's correct.
He
we
kept
caused
you on
a-
that list.
Yeah, we caused a scandal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But y'all have somehow maintained great relationships, and that's the most important thing.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, with past, present, future, everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the families are very much connected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're very close and we cordially get on now with everybody. It took some time,
Yeah.
but
when the
it
wounds
worked.
Are, yeah.
It was worth it. And
And you were telling me yesterday, you were like, I'm the stepmother, no, she will just make sure that I'm dressed very well. And that's about Anjali.
Yeah.
So tell me, how was the relationship? Because, girls are always daddy's little girls.
Yeah, but Anjali and I, we clicked from the moment we met.
Okay.
And she's always raided my closet. If I buy something, I have to buy the same thing for her because she wants what I bought for myself.
Yeah, but did she approve your look today?
Yeah, she wanted me to remove the scarf.
Yeah, I can understand why.
But I said no, but I have to wear some color. That's far too boring.
That is true. That is true.
And it's an Hermes scarf. And
Oh,
I had
okay,
to
sorry.
We had one designer thing on.
Yeah, just have to have
Yeah,
that
just
piece.
had to have one designer piece
Yeah.
on.
So how long have you all been together for?
30 years, pretty much.
Gosh, that's a long.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
That's a long, long
Yeah,
time.
it's a lifetime.
Yeah, that is, and especially today, it's like wow, it'll get into the Guinness World Record, like the longest marriage so far.
Yeah.
In terms of Adam, and he became Colombo's most wanted, or Sri Lanka's most wanted man. And did you ever see that when he was growing up? Or did you
No.
always get compliments saying he's a good-looking chap?
No, I
Yeah.
thought he would end up being a carpenter actually,
And
because
no.
when he was a kid, that's all he did was play around with a hammer and beating on stuff.
But he was
And
always beautiful.
His uncle's a carpenter, so I thought he would be a carpenter,
Okay.
And he ended up, I think at about 14, his mind started kicking in, and what people don't realize is he's actually got a really beautiful mind. I mean, he's a very, very strong mind. And he's a very smart guy.
Let's get into a sticky situation when we do come back right here on A Date with Danu. All right, it's a sticky situation time, and it's time to bring out some dirty things that I wanted to talk about.
Oh dear.
Let's speak about Colombo Fashion Week. There's been so much of discussion. We've sat through 15, 16 years of it. And I have been a part of it for at least 13 or 12. I was very young at that time. Like, nobody knew. I was like a chair at the back. Like, I was just a part
No,
of it.
Anjali knew you. Because
Yeah.
I met you when you were that age.
Yeah, it was very tender and all. But right now, to see Colombo Fashion Week become such an institution, to literally make somebody with one show, that's a great thing. To know that a brand can be that powerful. Tell me about the collaboration between you and Ajay and where it stands today.
Well, I mean, where it stands today is pretty much Ajay informed me basically that he doesn't want to do Fashion Week anymore, that he wants to go on and do other things in his life. So, I mean, there's a company involved. The company actually owns the event. The company does the event. So I basically informed him, well, I mean, that's up to you, but the company will go on because the company has, this is what it has. This is the asset of the company. So the company will go ahead and keep going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, what he wants to do going forward is fine, whatever he wants to do.
And also, what are your thoughts on foreign designers showcasing here? Is it mandatory for every year?
I think that we should have foreign designers coming because our designers have learned so much from them.
In
And
terms of branding, marketing.
Yeah, and I think that's what raised the bar really. I mean, that bar has to keep going up. I mean, they need to see different things. They need to talk to these people. They need to get to know how they do things, how it's all put together, and how you take a brand forward.
We're getting into a break. Very recently, this beautiful lady here shaked it well at barefoot on the runway after a long time.
Yeah.
We're going to speak about the models today and what to expect in the future when we do come back right here on A Date with Danu.
So good, I got you.
Welcome back to the show. It's A Date with Danu right here on your luxury channel. This is High TV. All right, in conversation with Dirk and Anitra about life and what they're doing and everything that's fabulous. Let's speak about your modeling career.
Yeah.
When did it start?
Well, I was 16. I was still at ladies' college, modeling sort of undercover, pretending to be another burger girl. Yeah, and you could do those things in those days.
Right.
Especially if you have the support of the head girl who
Yeah.
vouched that you were this other person
Yes.
and not you. And Barefoot was one of my first clients.
Right.
Dominic spotted me running on the beach one
Oh,
day.
wow. You have just been spotted by some people
Yeah.
that need to spot you.
I need more practice being undercover, I think.
I think I've lost touch now. You've just got comfortable. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
lost the
Dirk,
plot,
I'm done now. I'm not going to run anymore. All
Yeah.
right.
And so I modeled here, and then I modeled in Norway. And then over the years, when we were together, I modeled a little bit. There was a lot of war going on and bombs, so there was
Yeah.
not much fashion happening,
Shows, yeah.
actually. And now I train the CFW models, the local girls.
Yeah.
And all the girls who belong to the agency. Part of belonging to that is that you do get trained.
Yeah.
Not only
and that's great because how to walk, how to make
how
the
to
pose.
walk, and you know how to walk without being too dramatic, because that you can learn from each designer that who wants a drama. But like the basic stuff, the professionalism, being on time, grooming skills, what level is required. So if you look at all those girls, actually, you will see how they have absorbed all this, and they're actually at another level to everybody else in the market, because they just have, the bar has been raised for them.
But right now we are going to go back in time with the WTFB right after this. WTFB. Now these people are playing it safe. But the point is, Facebook is not so fun when it comes to people who have pictures that... I understand why you have not stopped the art of running by the beach, no?
Well, let's see, what have I done? Yeah, that's now doing yoga by the beach.
Yeah, what are you trying
on
to
the
do?
beach. Just capturing the sunset.
Nonsense.
See, it's in between. Can you see it's in between the...
Between the hands, I don't know. Dirk,
can you see the sunset?
Check on this.
She does a lot of yoga, you know.
Yeah, but here it's like it's being photographed and she's just waiting for the next man to spot her there.
No, no, I'm capturing the sunset. It's a new way of doing it.
The sun is capturing you. There you go. There's something happening. Let's go back to the time when... So in the US, when you were running this shop, the exotic clothing shop, were you a heartthrob to all the boys?
Well, I mean, you know, I used to have some conversations.
He was.
I tell you.
Those baby blue eyes, dear. His wife at the time had to walk him home.
Oh, wow.
Because he needed a woman to protect him. Yeah.
Is this during that era?
That was,
no, that was when he was with me.
That was a bit later on. That was when I met Annie. That was after that era.
You didn't get the one with long hair? He had long hair when he was in San Francisco.
I didn't get all of those.
He was like a hippie.
So this is your hair.
Yeah, that's when I had dark hair, although you can't really see my hair there.
No, but actually I think I like you now. You're more funkier than this.
Yeah, I was a bit Lata-ish there.
Very Lata-ish.
Yeah.
Very much like a, can come in one of those soap commercials.
Yeah.
Washing clothes near the...
No, not washing clothes, dear, but maybe like
that commercial where, where you sing and wash.
Oh, we kapano. Like in the red and hatte.
Yeah. So, she is literally you as a girl in terms of face cut.
Yeah, that's me and my daughter.
Like literally, Anjali is a copy of him.
Yeah. Well, Aman is more of a copy of him because he's a boy, but they all have the same eyes.
Yeah, and also like Anjali, the nose and everything is very similar.
Yeah. And Adam feels he's sorely lacking because he doesn't have blue eyes.
Oh, really?
It's a lovely photograph.
This is when color coordination was important, right?
Yeah, and Adam had just arrived that moment from
school?
From McGill. Yeah, he was still in undergrad at that time.
Okay. Where
you
was
can see he looks very young.
At home?
That's
at home, near the Christmas tree.
And look at the little one.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
So he would have been about 8, so 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The times when you used to end up on the CFW stage reduced. Why was that?
Well, I mean, this was all, things that happened as the show went on, I guess.
Some people like publicity more than others.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
But that was the time when you used to do this.
Yeah, there was a time when we used to do that.
Yeah. And it stopped.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll bring this back to you and show the two expressions on each faces.
Yeah.
In terms of conversation, in terms of listening, just so that you know.
Yeah.
So this is back from 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's long ago. That's 6 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. But one thing that was great is the fact that there's always laughter and fun and like humor from Dirk. His pastel shade color jackets running around all places in the corridors. In terms of life, what has been your changing point here in this very, everyone's business? It's always somebody else's business in this life. But although you don't throw yourself out there, people will always find a way to poke themselves in. How do you sort of balance the two of you? How do you all stay away from politics and stay away from the kachal?
We spend a lot of time out of Colombo. The city is not our main point. We love being out on the beach.
Actually, to answer that question, I must invite you to our home on the beach.
Oh.
And you will see how we balance it all. Because I mean, we've got 2 beautiful dogs. We spend, whenever we have some free time, we take off and go to the beach.
Or we go somewhere, but out of town, because Sri Lanka really is beautiful out there.
Yeah.
As you said, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
The city is the worst part, really.
Yeah.
So all this fashion and all is fun, and we come in and we do all that, and then we dash out there again, and we're just in our sarongs and on the beach and chilled and eating and having fun and drinking and, just enjoying actually life.
True. Do you feel this new generation that that we say the millennials, or the fact that it's an evolving society today, and back in the days Colombo was a very interconnected society, and you just have like the 15 faces that will rotate. Like I do not fit in Colombo at all. I was not even born here to start with, but things have changed now. People are embracing more people coming in and being a part of this so-called very interclosed society. What are your thoughts on this, especially from someone who has given platform to a lot of people?
Well, I think that it should happen a lot more. I mean, we should be not only opening our doors we should be opening our doors internationally. I feel that that's one of the things that Sri Lanka really lacks, is that just opening the doors to people to come here and to gain their knowledge and gain their expertise. I think that's very important. From all the cities that are really successful and all the cultures that are successful, they're all multicultural societies. I mean, if you look at Singapore or Malaysia or New York or London, they're all, or Paris.
Yeah, it's very
multicultural.
Yeah.
And rights are rights for all.
Yeah.
Whether you're black, white, yellow, gay, straight, whatever you may be, you have your rights. And you are safe, and you can be yourself as long as you're not violent towards others. I mean, it would be a great Colombo, because it's the minorities also that add the color and
of course, the spark,
the pizzazz and the zing. I mean, we are minorities here.
Because I'm sure a lot of people think you're foreigners and
we don't look traditionally Sri Lankan.
Of course.
Yeah.
And do they say nasty things to you all in Sinhalese?
Of course.
And you all just respond to them in Sinhalese?
I mean, the sad thing is, it's always something to do with the fact that you're not here, you're not from here, and you shouldn't be here.
Right.
And that attitude must change. Because actually, the strength of a society is when you get strength from everybody around you.
And there's so much more to offer then.
Yeah.
And just one more question before we close things up. The whole issue about homosexuality is, although Colombo is very open towards accepting it, Sri Lanka is far beyond accepting it.
Yeah, it's really time we should, because
it's a huge problem. But in your family, it has been very embraced and outspoken and loud.
Yeah.
Why I ask this question is for people who bring up their kids trying to blind them from such things. Is it important? Because you had your kids around your family members who are openly gay.
The drag show is practiced in our house, for example. His sister is the chief gay person in Sri Lanka and fights for all the rights of gay people.
So how does that, what is your take on it as a mum and a dad?
We really need to decriminalize. I mean, these old British archaic laws, we kicked the British out, now we have to kick out their laws too.
All right, we need to wrap things up on the show. Dirk, thank you so much for coming. I've always found you a darling, and that's true. I think you have such a great, happy-go-lucky personality, and that's wonderful. And in a society where everything is so rushed and so boxed up, it's nice to meet people who will crack a joke and talk to everyone no matter what. And I'm sure we have always cracked up laughing, and that's the best part. And
we've clicked always.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And it's great to see you all and to be so open-minded to talk about such great things happily and brightly. Thank you so much for being here.
Our pleasure.
And we will see you soon, and we have so much to do with CFW.
We'll see you around. I see, when I'm in Colombo, I see you often.
Of course. And we will see more of CFW and in a brand new platform and an outlook.
Upgraded,
Yes, upgraded. So till we see you again, it's time that we wrap things up on A Date with Danu. Thank you so very much for tuning in to the Luxury Channel. Keep watching. This is High TV.
Bring it back.
Hey, I can't forget you, baby. I think about your 8-day. I tried to masquerade the pain. That's why I'm next to the roof. The dance to the groove. But there is no. Baby, it feels so to dance to the beat of that heat between you and I. Free to the moment, light. We like to live life and pour them shots up in the. But there is no. I'ma party and party and party and